Yeah, this was actually from one of our early albums. My good friend that I was talking about, Kunia, he wrote this one, Tumble, and I had to record this one, and mahalo Kunia for letting me record this one back in the day. And recently, with the 40-year reunion, we had a whole bunch of guys redo a lot of our songs that we did back in the day. So we just released a tribute album for 40 years of Capena. So this one in particular, I got Lukela from Ekolu that sang this one and redid it. So yeah, this one I grew up. Actually, we used to camp all the time when it was in Waianae, growing up with all the cousins, my dad, and all of our family would camp at Green Lanterns, kind of where Green Lanterns is, a little bit before Green Lanterns, across from the sewage plant over there. We used to camp all summer long, 3 months. But all the cousins would walk across to Green Lanterns, and then we would jump off the bridge over there, and then we would go down to Tumble, and we would sit on the reef and wait for the waves because it's a mossy, it's a mossy rock and flat, and we sit at Tumbleland. Anyway, Kunia wrote this song and just gave me memories of growing up over there in Waianae and the good times we had with family. So yeah, this one is Tumbleland right here. Here we go. 2, 3, and...
Beach one day to see what was going on, and nobody was there, nobody was even asking how the water's gonna look that day at Tumbleland, at Tumbleland. And all I want from you is to say, I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you at Tumbleland, at Tumbleland, at Tumbleland. The very same night, what did I do? I called the weatherman and he said there's a storm coming in. He said the wave should be about 6, the biggest is 10 on the set. A Tumbleland, a Tumbleland, a Tumbleland. And all I want from you is to say, I'll be waiting for you
Mr. Kalei. Take one, brother. I like it. I like it. Corey, take one, brother Corey. Let's go. Ooh, yeah. And all I want from you is to say, yeah. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. At Tumble, at Tumble. All right, last verse. Here we go. The very next day, what did I see? At the beach, there was somebody surfers and some surfers. Out in the water, like the weatherman had said to me. A Tumble-land, a Tumble-land, a Tumble-land. And all I want from you is to say, yeah. I'll be waiting for you. Yes, I'll be waiting for you. Ooh, at Tumble-land, at Tumble-land, at Tumble-land, yeah. All right, here we go, gang. Woohoo! Oh, for all of you guys out on the west side, a little Tumble-land jam. Yes. Bro, these guys smoke, bro. Yeah, Kari. Kalei. Woo, bro. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you for making me sound decent.
That,
Bruh.
this guy, after he shreds you both to pieces.
No
Yeah,
way.
right?
Not even.
So effortless too. Like shoot,
He's
just
been-
shredding.
Oh,
It's like shredding and
in
singing.
time and jeez. Me and Claire were like, oh, hope we're doing okay.
oh, you're doing fine, bro.
I think we're okay.
You guys are killing it. I love it. Love you guys, man.
Thank you, Uncle.
Yeah, thank you guys.
the legend,
Oh,
the OG.
yeah, that.
The legend. The
Old.
legend.
The old.
Kelly Boy Delima, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you, Andrew.
Oh man,
Good to be with you guys.
you
Kari and Kalei.
are
Woo.
one of our heroes.
Yes.
Ah,
It's
thank you.
It's an honor to be in your presence.
bro. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
So what have you been up to lately?
Well, we just finished in 2024 our 40th reunion, Capena reunion. We brought the two brothers back from Tonga and relived our youth. It was actually a celebration, of the entire 40 years. You know that I started off with Capena. I actually started the same year as Naleo Pilimehana. We were in the Brown Banks to Stardom together at the Waikiki Shell. And it was myself. It was Rick Bacarsi was the other on guitar. it was Paulie Miranda. He was on a 10-string ukulele. Those 10-string ukuleles back in the day. The tipple, yeah. And then I had a Samoan bass player, Sofengi Faitau. And we all went to Kaimiki High School, and we entered the brown bags, and we went all the way to the Waikiki Shell. And that was 1984. Then 1985 is when me and the two Tongan brothers started, playing together. And then we entered the brown bags again, and then we went to another contest called Hawaii High. But that was me, Tiva, and Timo. So, and then, Tiva and Timo was with me for like 20 years. We recorded like over 20 albums. And then the last 20 years was just with my kids, my children. And
so the stuff you guys do, it's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I mean, family is talented.
Yeah, it's all family, and they kind of, all grew up in the Capena thing, so it was easy for them to kind of, just kind of slide in, and they kind of took it to a different, with the youth and, different ideas that they had. It's been awesome. I got my 13-year-old grandson now playing drums with us.
I know,
too.
he's freaking amazing. It's so crazy.
Bruh, my daughter Kalena, she plays with her husband now. They have they're doing their own thing, Kalei Parish, and my daughter Kalena. And so when she went off in another direction with her husband, I looked at Capena and I said, dude, we gotta do something. I mean, we cannot have somebody that's not a family member in the band. We got to go hire a drummer or somebody, and Pena was the drummer, right? But he's originally was a keyboard player. So it's like, okay, you got to move to keyboard. I said, we got to bring your son in. And he was just around 10, maybe just almost getting to 11. And so he's been playing with us for about 3 years now. So he's doing wonderful. He keeps the beat and... And the best thing is that we're all together, and as one family, so it's good.
Well, I mean, I don't know of really any families that pulled that. I mean, the Artiste family is really talented.
Oh yeah,
but I mean, you'd have to go back to like the Jacksons or something.
I think was it Society of Seven, maybe not. I don't know. A lot of them was relatives though. I know.
Right.
Little Albert and Eddie was those guys. But yeah, so that's what we've been
going
up to.
back in the day, how did that happen? Talk about going back more to the spark of it.
For the family, you mean?
No.
Oh, for the two brothers
back before Capena.
Oh man, that was a Kaimiki High School days, and I remember my dad taking me to a brown bags to Stardom one year, and I looked at him and I said, Dad, I'm gonna be on that stage next year, and he just kind of laughed, chuckled, and he was like, I was 15 years old, and I said, Dad, I'm gonna be on that stage, and look at me, and he was, all right, boy. So I went to school, and I went to Mr. Kaneta's class, who was music, Ohana Omele was the name of the class. And it was, Mr. Kaneta would take this group of, this little ukulele band, and, we had bass players, so Sofengi was a bass player, and Ricky played guitar, so he would take just a selective amount of, kids, and we would go play at different schools. And so Jarrett Intermediate we went to Jarrett Intermediate, and we played for the 7th and 8th graders, and that was the first time I ever sang on a microphone. So Mr. Kaneta kind of really encouraged us to do that kind of stuff, and go to different schools, and that's where the spark really happened. But I mean, I can go even further than that. I mean, I grew up in Waianae, but then I moved to town. My dad was working at the Pacific Beach Hotel, and I would carry this ukulele. Well, I met this Hawaiian boy, James Willis, my good friend, and he was playing this Kamaka 8-string, and this kid, man, was playing Bob Marley on a ukulele. I was like, bro, that sounds so good. So I asked my dad to buy me one, and he did. And I was like Jimmy Willis's tail, man. Everything that he played and did, I wanted to do, and I did that. And then we met this one kid that moved into Waikiki, is older than us, maybe about I would say a few years older. His name was Kunia Goldera. Kunia is a grandson of Gabby Pahinui. And this dude, man, I never see one guy play on ukulele. He was playing Men at Work, Men at Work. And he was playing like, I come from a land down under. And I was like, wow, like play that. And then he was playing Eric Clapton, and he was like, so we got real close, And in those days, we never know about reverb and stuff. So we'd go inside the buildings in Waikiki and play in the stairwells, get an echo. And it's like, wow, sound like we at Carnegie Hall or something.
I used to do the same thing in the school bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing in here?
Right. We had concerts in the school bathroom at Kaimiki later on in life, it was like, even the campus walkers was in on a concert. It was like, no need go class boy, play the next set. Yeah. But yeah, that's where it all started, the Waikiki days and
the early stuff like Satisfaction Guaranteed stuff, like the Hawaiian style riffs though are like shredding, so there must have.
Yeah, back in those days, Hui Ohana was really, really big.
Yeah, I can hear a lot of that influence.
Yeah. So we were really we wanted to be the next Hui Ohana, and so that was our influence really in the early days. And Sparky's Lounge was our first place that we played. Well, actually, it was Polynesian Pub in Waikiki, and it was because of the two Tongan brothers. They had a cousin, older cousin, much older, that was the manager at the Polynesian Pub. And he said, hey, you guys want to play over here? And we was like, yeah. We're not going to, can get paid though, you play for tips. And I was like, shoot, like 6 hours, bro, a day, 6 nights a week. We played for a couple of years, man. And bro, but we made some good tips, back in those days. So that's where our repertoire kind of came up. But we was playing plenty of the Hui Ohana stuff. And this record producer, we went to Sparky's Lounge and we would kind of like moonlight over there, on our off nights, because that was like the happening spot. Everybody, all the entertainers, after they finished work and stuff, they would come to Sparky's Lounge and they would walk in and one night, this our manager to be walked in, Ed Marino, I think, came in, and he kind of set us up with Kahanu Records back in the day, and they didn't really want to, spend the money on us to do like a studio album. So they kind of, and then like, with our style and our energy back in those days, it was like, this band, you cannot put them inside the studio. You got to record them live, because it was live at Sparky's, because people would just be going off back in the day, and anyway, it was
the energy,
the energy. They wanted to capture that. What me and the two Tongans was putting out at that time. And
that stuff is still some of the best.
Yeah, it is. It was good. It was good times. It was good. Because we was all young and hungry. I tell my kids all the time. I said, you guys was born on the Waikiki Shell stage. I said that was years after we had established it. Yeah. So I said, us guys, we was born in Kaimiki High School free lunch program, in the Ohana Omele class, kind of like hungry and, and just we wanted to play anywhere, we'd do anything to get on stage. Bro, we would go to clubs and I would send up a couple of dollars in a napkin and I would call the band Capena up to come sing. I would request my own self for come up and play, and I mean, we laughing, but it's the truth.
No, that's the struggle is real.
It was like call Capena up, and it's we have a band in the kind, so we would get up on the stage and we'd do our thing, and. Anyway, it was good times.
So back then, it's like there wasn't social media to promote.
Nothing like that. Yeah.
Hoping the right people see you.
Right.
And
what you did back in those days was they had so many clubs, had so many places that people played, the different places. So we would go to, Hungry Eye was a big one, yeah. Lamex was another one in the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. Jubilees was big. Sparky's was huge. I mean, Sparky's was like everybody is trying to get into Sparky's, and after our recording and stuff, shucks, we played there, I think, like 4 or 5 nights a week at Sparky's for many years. Sparky was a good guy too, because he was a bowler and softball guy and stuff. So he would sponsor a lot of the teams, the softball teams. And so, I mean, win, lose or draw, bro, those guys would be at Sparky's Lounge every night, coming and drinking, and the poo-poos was like flowing. And so that's kind of how you would get that was your social media kind of deal. People would actually go out. And
how many gigs do you think you've played?
Oh, bro.
I know, right?
I cannot even think. We're still doing like 4 a day.
I know. You guys are the craziest.
I mean, we're still doing that
hardest working band ever.
I think one of the craziest ones was 5 or 6 maybe, but was 3 islands in one day and 2 gigs back on Oahu. So we did Maui early morning. I remember I was at Maui Zoo, then we went to Kauai in the afternoon, and then early evening we played on Baby Luau at Old Kona Airport in Kona. We ditched, bro. Those are the days you don't need ID for the airplane. You don't need, bro, you just run on the airplane, and like we did all kind of promos for Hawaiian Air and stuff like that. So, bro, that night I remember we would have missed that last flight, which was 6:00, and like Tiva called ahead. He's like, "Hey, tell the kind, so and so at the, the head guy over there." Bro, the pilot actually held the plane a couple minutes for us so that we could catch that flight. And then we came home. I remember we did on Graduation in Hawaii Kai. And then we played our regular gig at the Fog Cutter? Oh, Fisherman's Wharf. The kind. And bro, my wife came that night. My wife is sitting over here. I'm kind of asking her questions like, where was that place? She get the good memory. But she came to see me because I was gone from like the day before, the whole weekend. I was like, she looked at me and she says, "Bro, you look dead tired, but we still going." Still and yeah, we still going like that though.
That's
we're
awesome.
I mean, we just love it.
It's like when you love your work.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, I'm sure you can still burn out, but
yeah, it's just, you know what I mean? We're so grateful, for work, always have been and always.
Yeah, but also like you feed off the energy of the people enjoying it, and so it keeps you going.
It really does, And then, like playing with my kids and with my grandson now, I feel like I have this extra added, you know what I mean? Like juice, it's like, it's like
you're bonding with your family at the same time.
And I'm just feeling this overwhelming joy just to be, and I feel like I have to still be there, and I told the kids, hey, don't lie to dad, okay, you guys. When I should, retire and quit, tell me the truth, okay?
Yeah.
Don't keep me hanging on over here, and
that's the cool thing about music, though. You can kind of go till the wheels fall off.
I know. Yeah, Henry Capono is still doing it. He's like 70 now, I think, or close to it. You know? And he's still.
I mean,
jamming.
Nobody's going to give you any cognitive tests. It doesn't matter.
I sure hope not.
It's I don't know, you guys were kind of before Cowl Crater Boys too, huh?
Yes. Actually, I grew up with Troy's brother, me and Bobby, his younger brother, and we would surf at graveyards down at Walls in Waikiki. And his brother was killer on, the Maury boogie boards back in the day. He would stand up on a boogie board.
Oh, wow.
His brother, Bobby, was on, he was good. And he was punchy too, So nobody would drop in on his waves, and I was his friend. So he's like, "Oh, okay, Kelly boy, come with me, brother. Let's go." I'm like, "Yeah." So we would be at graveyards and surfing. And Troy and Muchi is the oldest. And I went to school with his sister Lisa too. Went to Kaimiki Intermediate, Lisa Fernandez. And but man,
was there like inspiring each other, or
no?
kind
It
of
was
like
different age. Yeah. So
okay.
Troy and Ernie, they were 5 years older than we were, so it was different levels. But Troy and Ernie, they was in Kaimiki, same school. I mean, you think about all the talent that went to Kaimiki High School. Like you had Uncle Mo Keale from back in the day. Israel went to Kaimiki High School. Ka'o Crater Boys, Ernie, Guy, John, the entire Cruz family.
What's in the water over there?
Yeah, Jake Shimabukuro went to Kaimiki High School.
A lot of legends came.
Yeah, I mean, plenty entertainers. It was always Kaimiki was really big for the entertainers, and bro, the list goes on. Bobby Barassis, Chino Montera. Chino was Dana, his brother. We also went to school together. Chino is a little older than us, but all these guys, bro, and they were always known as like when real entertainers came out of that school for some reason. I guess it was real central. Like my father-in-law, he's from Waimanalo, but Kaimiki was they never had high school. They never had Kailua High School. It was one of the oldest, so I guess people from all over the different districts had to come to Kaimiki back in those days. He was a 1955 grad, first class of Kaimiki. But out of his class, you had George Kabang, which is Mel Kabang's brother, the comedians. And I'm sorry to all those guys, but plenty other guys, went to Kaimiki High School. And,
but that's part of it, huh? Just having a lot of people around that.
And it was almost like the remnant of that spirit, of the entertainers was still embedded, you know what I mean, in the walls, So it was kind of like, I don't know, how to see it. It was just
it's because it's like if great sports stars came from your high school or something,
right.
You feel a little bit more inspired.
Yeah, the mana is over there.
What were you playing back then?
I was playing kamaka.
Yeah,
kamaka ukulele. I had a.
Did you have a 5-string?
I did have a 5-string. I forget.
I feel like. Yeah, I saw that at some point.
Yeah, I did. You know who really made me go back to on 4-string was Troy. I was talking with Troy one day and he just said, "Brah," I said, "Troy, play like 6-string or kind of." He goes, "Nah, brother, Kelly boy, I like the basic." He told me like that, and I was like, kind of made sense. You know what I mean? So I went back to on 4-string because of what he told me. And I was like. Yeah, even Israel. Oh, Israel had on 5-string though. When I used to.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Israel had on 5-string. Mr. Young.
Yeah.
Mr. Young. He worked for Kamaka.
Yeah.
But he would make these side bra. Israel's ukulele was. Him and Uncle Mo had the same 5-string. Mr. Young made them, and.
He was over in Kaneohe, yeah.
Mr. Young.
Yeah.
I never got to meet him, but I remember that name.
Yeah, I went over to
Israel.
his shop before. Yeah.
It was so funny, speaking of Israel, one day he calls me up and he never called me Kelly boy. He called me Delima. Hey, Delima. So he called me on the phone one day and he tells me, "Hey, Delima, come over, brah. I got to run this song by you really quick." This is Israel calling me for telling me he got to run one song. I like, he hear this song, he tells me. And I tell him, okay. So I go to his apartment. I think he lived on the 11th or 12th floor in Salt Lake. And I walk in and he goes, "How you, brother?" And he goes, "Good, Delima, sit down, brah." And he starts playing his ukulele. And he starts playing, "Brah, thinking of recording this song, And I was like, okay. And he started playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I was like, wow, cool. But really inside of my heart, I was like, brah, that's from one of my favorite movies. And brah, Judy Garland sing that song. So, you know what I mean? Like, who could, that's Somewhere Over the Rainbow, brah, and like, and then he goes, "And then Delima, then I go and do this Louis Armstrong song." And then he does the Louis Armstrong and he medleys it. I was blown away though when he started singing them. Yeah. When he first told me, "Brah, thinking of recording this," I was like, really? And when he started singing them and he did them in his style, bro, I was like, whoa. And then you listen to the recording, bro. It's like he took them, he did. He made it his own modern day classic, totally.
100%, yeah.
Some of the stories from the past, just wonderful. It's like, it's people's shoulders that I got to stand on, that I feel that, got me to the next level, that gave me advice and, and just, pushed me along the way. And for that, I'm so grateful. I'm thankful every day, I always tell my kids, I said, always be humble, always be grateful for what you have, and
Do you think that's hard for them growing up, like not having to struggle in the same way that you did?
well, I really enforce it, and maybe I've enforced it too much, you know what I mean? Sometimes,
Don't want to make it too easy.
you gotta be humble, you gotta be grateful,
yeah.
you don't know what, I try not to kind of, burden them with that. But there's a thing about my kids is I've earned their respect. They got, they've learned to respect their dad, of course, but then I had to learn to respect them, because now when they was kids, bro, I tell you, bro, when they play the wrong chord, bro, I'm off the charts, bro. I'm like, that's the wrong chord, and bro, I'm yelling, you playing the wrong chord, bro, today. They look at me and they goes, Dad, you playing the wrong chord over there. The circle of life is real, bro. The circle.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and I take it and I, in stride.
How did you, Corey's got 2 young kids right now that I'm like, are they gonna play? And he's like a lot of people, like the way that I was. It's like kind of like, well, if they want to and that sort of thing, and they might show some interest, and then you like try to help them. But with you guys, like all of them are just immensely talented, so it must have been a different situation.
When they were born, I printed up adoption. I dropped adoption papers. If they never played an instrument, they'll get adopted to an. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. I cannot share in the same kind as Corey, but
gonna be in the family band.
I love I love his playing and everything like that, but that wasn't my way of raising my kids. You know what I mean? My kids, bro, I was, sometimes there was a lot of tension. There was a lot, to say the least. My wife knows, she's like, bruh, because I was on general, bro. I was like on drill sergeant. I was all of them, like, you're going to learn this. And everybody tell me, hey, how come your kids, you taught them piano first? I was like, because piano is the foundation instrument of every instrument. And I learned that really quick and early. If you can play on piano, you can play anything, And I put them all at 5 years old. I mean, even my grandson and my granddaughter now, they both take piano, and they've been taking since they was 5. And I said, I had all my theories, and it's true, I mean, they all had to play the piano, and I wanted them to learn the piano. And now they pick up any kind of instrument, bass, they know the concept of it, they know the chord structures, they know, all these kind of jargon that you talk about, like, the F sharp sus with the the B and all this kind. I don't know that kind of stuff. I'm the kind of old school G, second G, my dad used to tell me, which was on D, you know what I mean? And and that's how I learned, you know what I mean? But the intelligence, that the next generation has, and I really wanted my kids to go to the next level, musically, and not be stuck in, and they have, you know what I mean? So that was my purpose, you know what I mean?
There was some pushback on that along the way, or
no, because
they love music and
they didn't. I mean, I remember one night playing at Waikiki. Pena was 11 years old and he was playing bass, and he no smile. Pena, my son Capena, he's like playing, and one night one tourist lady came up and she goes, "Oh, you guys sound wonderful." And I goes, "Oh, thank you." I'm on ukulele, Pena's playing bass. And maybe he was 12, around 12, 11, 12. And I goes, "Oh, thank you." And she goes, "Oh," then she looks at me, she goes, "Is he enjoying what he's doing?" And I goes, "Nope." He hates it. And she goes, "Oh," she's gasping, like, "Oh my." And I said, "But ma'am," I said, "this is his job." I mean, people think that we was doing the thing for, because we wanted to be in the spotlight, or that we wanted to, we was playing
Making
music
money.
for necessity. That's the way our family, and all of my children, bro, they all grew up at all the hotels, the Royal Hawaiian, the Moana, the Sheraton Waikiki, Halekulani, and we still played the Halekulani on Tuesdays, but it was all necessity. And, all through their whole life and till there was 18, none of us got paid for those gigs. Would all go to my wife, and she would pay the mortgage, she would pay the cow, the gas bill, and stuff like that, and that's how we made our living.
Yeah,
you know, it was not because of we like be superstars and stuff like that. We just, it was necessity for our family. You know, and I always used to use the analogy. I said, you know, you try watch the movie Little House on the Prairie or those old cowboy movies, you know.
Yeah, they all work
kids,
on the
they're
farm.
all working. Yeah, the one kid is plowing the field, and the sister is milking the cow. The mom is cooking the dinner for that night. The father is out roping the cattle. And I said, this is how our family is, bro. We're on the ranch, you know, and we have to all pull. So that's how it all came about, you know, Andrew, with the kids and how we lived. And we would have the tips would all be theirs. You know, it would be like, we make tips, we're going to split the tips, and that would be, but you know, people, you know, the cute factor, you get little kids, bro, playing with you. So you had, at one point I had Lilo 11, Kalena, which is 3 years above her, and then Capena, which is 3 years above Kalena. So all of us is all playing, and Penna at that point was playing steel guitar from Jerry Bird. So he was on steel guitar, Lilo was on bass. Kalena, for the first year of her playing with us, she never even plugged in the ukulele because she wasn't playing all the right chords, right? So we got to kind of, and then the next year we plugged her in, but we put the volume real low. You know, now she's a great ukulele player, you know, and so that's, you know, just, you know.
I mean, it's a testament to you guys as parents to put the work in, and all of your kids are amazing.
Yeah, they're doing really well, you know, and they all, you know, and getting to the point where you say they loved it. I left you guys off kind of where he didn't love it. You know, at that point, people staring at you. I remember Lilo crying one night to me, and she was, you know, because Capena started at 11 at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel with me. You know, each kid followed suit, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, everybody going to start at this age, you know. Capena started at 11, Kalena started at 11, 12 years old, around there. Lilo started the earliest. She was 11 because Capena was leaving for engineering school in the mainland. He was going to the college. And when he left, it was like 3 months before. I told Lilo, you gotta learn the bass, baby. You gotta play, brothers, you know. And Lilo was the last one. She's the baby, so she would always come to our shows with the mom, right, and sit over there and drink, you know, virgin strawberry daiquiris and, you know, poo-poos and watch us play. But it was her time, you know, and Capena was leaving for college, and I said, you got 3 months, you know, and we sat down and we taught her the, you know, basics of the bass. And as a matter of fact, the bass that she plays still yet, her Warrior with her pink strings, was bought from Andrew. Andrew got us that bass. And it was a cool story. Andrew had the wood one day at his shop here in Wahiawa, and I came in and I was, wow, Andrew, nice wood, Purple Heart and all these different kind of woods.
Spalted maple,
spalted the maple, and I was like, wow, all in lumber form, kind, sitting on, and I'm like, this is cool, you know. And I goes, what is this for, Andrew? He's, sending it to a company called Warrior. We're going to make 2 basses. This is enough wood for 2 basses. Yep, like one right in the back there. And I said, wow, man, I sure would like to get one of those basses, man, whenever. He goes, yeah, I don't know when that's going to happen. It had to be like a year or maybe even 2.
Probably more.
Yeah, and 2, maybe even 3 years later. Yeah. You know? And here I come, bro, just out of the blue. I walk into Koala Guitars, you know, and I think
it was
Hawaii Music Supply, right?
Yeah.
But I was going to Koala Guitar back in Kaneohe too. So and then Hawaii Music Supply, right? And I walked in there, and there's 2 basses, one 4-string and one 5, bro. And the thing is so beautiful. I just couldn't. I sold whatever basses that she had, and I told Andrew, bro, I need that, bro. And he was like, yeah, Kelly boy, take it, you know. And I was like, bro, so she still plays that bass till today. Now she had that bass maybe at 13, 14 years old.
Wow.
She's 30 now, bro.
Yeah.
So she's had that thing, and that thing just gets better with the it ages. So
she's so good.
the bass just sounds so good, and yeah. So that's how, it all came about, and necessity. I always tell everybody, I wasn't trying to be superstars or anything like that out there. It was how our family made a living, and it was a good living. If I had to pay Kalei and Corey, split the pay with them in Waikiki playing back in those days, and even till today. Sorry, Waikiki, but you guys gotta kick it up for the musicians.
Yes, they do.
But if I was getting that kind of money and I had to pay two other guys, you know what I mean? We had to
Cannot
split
make the
that.
rent, huh?
You cannot make a living, bro.
Yeah.
But bro, you get two other kids, you know what I mean? And it's like they playing, and it's like you take that one check home for your entire house. It's a good living, you know what I mean? It paid the bills,
Yeah.
And then of course I was playing on the weekends with Capena and traveling and touring and stuff like that, So it was good.
You were
it was good.
just also blessed with some natural talent. I
Yeah,
mean, like
super
all of them
blessed.
harmonize, and you guys are. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously a mixture of nurture and nature, because
Yeah, it was. It really it came from a really good place in my heart, but really I could see this vision, Andrew. Like I saw this vision, bro, of like one day, you know what I mean, all of us being on stage, you know what I mean, and it got, a lot of people look at us and they're, oh, so beautiful, you guys all play, but bro, we've had our troubles and our share of battles, you know what I mean? You know why? Because they grow up, when they was kids, you could just tell, hey, and tell them, what to do, basically. But then when they start getting,
I mean, there's a reason
bigger,
why you don't see many family bands.
Yeah.
Because like being in a band together, first of all, is like that's already a hard thing.
It is.
Being in a family is
right.
another thing.
Then you think you can talk to them any kind, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
Today I don't do that, bro. I'm a different person, you know what I mean? In Christ. It's like, bro, I treat my children like adults, and I says, hey, can you guys do this? And today now, we've worked so hard, and everybody's, all married, and everybody, all my kids, no responsibilities, just me and my wife that I, and it's all, all are even. Everybody get split, the money split all four ways, the same. I get as much as the 13-year-old drummer, you know what I mean? And, for real. And, it's, life is good. And that's how I like it. And that's how I want it. We all even partners. And I says, hey, everybody got to pull your weight. You know what I mean? And we do what we do. And we're still doing, I cannot believe it after 40 years, still doing this stuff, and, but it's just, we just love it so much. And we've learned how to, I've learned how to respect them, as adults now. They all, and now we all come in. It's a different vibe now. It's a different, journey, and it's wonderful. We get to record for free because my son records. He's a recording engineer, so we don't get to, not for free. You know what I mean? We dong him some some money, but it's a wonderful thing. We do it together, and so that's the main thing.
Yeah. Capena's insanely talented, and as an engineer too now. Yeah,
he's doing really good, recording a lot of great guys. And people ask me, hey, so when you guys do take a vacation, bro, what do you guys do? We spend our vacations away from each other. So that's what I was leading up to, is that, vacations, like when we take time off, like Capena's taking his family to Disney World next month, and so we all gotta take off, right? Because if one guy or two guys is gone, that's the piano player and the drummer, right? We gotta all take off. So nowadays we just work it all in one schedule, and we said, okay, let us know when time off, because if you're going off, then me and mom gonna go take off, and we go on a trip, or we go do a staycation or something like that. So it all works out really nice. Yeah.
So what? Can we get you guys to jam something else?
Okay, shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot. Kalei Ku. Kalei Ku is F, A minor, D minor, B flat, A minor, G minor, C. Yeah, Kalei. B flat, A minor, G minor to the C. Then it walks down kind of A minor. Sorry. Oh, shucks. I cannot tell. Okay. Everybody needs a little. Oh, sorry. Okay. A minor. Everybody needs a little. B flat. Sunshine in the life. A minor. I've got you. Then that is to the C. Everybody needs a little sunshine. B flat. A minor. And I got you. C. Elena Cool. Yeah, Kalei. In your eyes, I visualize so much peace. I wonder what you're thinking about when you look at me. You're barely walking and you're talking, you're so sweet. My mischief making baby girl, you are so sweet. Everybody needs a little someone in their life, and I've got you. Everybody needs a little sunshine in their life, and I've got you. Elena Cool. Go ahead, Kalei. Everybody needs a little someone in their life, and I got you. To the B flat. I'm sorry, A minor, D minor, D flat. A minor, I've got you. Elena Cool. My favorite verse right here. The little angels coming down to put you to sleep. The rested little eyes, God bless you and your soul to keep. When you're sleeping and you're dreaming a dream so sweet. The little angels playing with you on a peppermint street. Everybody needs a little someone in their life, and I got you. Everybody needs a little sunshine in their life, and I got you.
beautiful.
Thank you,
I
guys.
kind of went. My hands was all spaghetti from it. I was like, oh, what is G minor?
Yeah.
I'm over here
It's
like,
all
Kalei's
good.
looking at me like, what are you doing?
I'm over there. I was like, I hope I'm playing the right chords.
It's all good. It's all good.
I was like, oh, G and shoots.
I think it was this YouTube channel. If not, it would have been on Vimeo. But Aaron, like maybe 12 or 15 years ago, taught the lesson teaching how to play that on ukulele.
Oh, yeah?
On our channel, yeah. So you could find that at theukulelereview.com. Kalena's now, does she run?
Kalena's 33.
She runs
now.
the music school, right?
She has a music school, the Capena School of Music. She opened up, and she has about close to 300 students, I would say, at the Capena School of Music. And I teach one night a week on Wednesdays, but Lilo teaches, I think, 3 nights. She is teaching piano. She's teaching voice. She's teaching bass. She's teaching choir. And she's doing it a lot. Lilo does a lot. And then Kalena teaches a lot of pretty much all of that stuff too. But yeah, and then they have a whole bunch of teachers teaching,
Is that
piano
still at the
and-
mall?
It's at the mall, Windward
Yeah.
Mall, right next to Kanilea Ukulele.
Nice.
Yeah. So she actually started up here in Waipio. Shannon Scott. Do you remember Shannon and Mandy Scott? Shannon was on the radio. Shannon. They have a Namaka o Pu'uvai Aloha, which is their halal. And she was she started off with Mandy and Shannon teaching voice and piano over there. And then she always had the vision, to kind of go into that. And it's doing really well. And the good thing about Kalena is that she is it's a nonprofit, so she really worked hard to get it, a nonprofit. So we're kind of branching off of the Capena School of Music, and my wife and I, we go once a week down to the North Shore, and we're under the foundation now, Capena School of Music Foundation that goes there, and we teach kids ukulele, and we're opening up another one in Eva Beach, under the banner of Capena, the Capena School of Music. So it's awesome. And then, she's getting, what is that, scholarships or whatever, what do they call it? Grants to be able to facilitate, so that a lot of these programs, you kind of pay for the ukuleles and stuff like that. So she's getting the ukuleles and, able to fund, new ukuleles for their programs and stuff like that.
Nice.
So
That's beautiful.
yeah, we're moving, and then she wants to kind of move it to the outer islands too, Maui and Kauai. So we got plenty of work coming up, doing that kind of stuff, and that's her vision. You know what I mean?
it's
Which
beautiful.
is everybody goes, "Hey, Kelly boy, you open up the music school." No, I didn't open up that's my daughter Kalena. So yeah, and
Well, that's doing God's work when you get into the nonprofit, helping the kids that are
she's been a real blessing to the
lower
community.
income.
And the
giving
community is so happy that they have something, because, like us guys, growing up, some of us, we maybe were musicians or played sports and are musicians, but my kids was never. My son in Pee Wee football for Kahaluu Broncos, he wanted to retire before he got to the Pee Wees. And I said, son, give me one reason why, I should let you retire, from going into Pee Wees. And he goes, well, just give me one good question, one good reason. And he told me, Dad, I don't like to get hit. I said, bro, you cannot get more honest than that. I told the coach, hey, Sam, it was my friend, we out of here, brother. See you later. The next day, I put him in with Phil Bennett playing drums. It was his first drum lesson the next day, and that's where he excelled.
He
some
liked
kids
to do the hitting, not
he'll hit the drums but not get hit. He's like, Dad.
It's probably better for you.
Yeah, a little bit better, because he was taking piano at that point, and the piano teacher was wild with us all the time. Watch his fingers, and all these kind of like, let him be one boy, but he never liked it. He didn't like So there's a lot of kids like that. There's a lot that love their sports, and that's what they do. That's their thing, but not too many outlets for kids that want to, learn the arts. You know what I mean? So Kalena gave that to the Windward side too.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Yes.
So she's doing really well, and all for the community. So really good.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. What a wonderful family. I mean,
Thank you.
congratulations on everything you've been able to accomplish.
It's
Because
been a blessing.
most people can have a successful band or a successful family.
Yeah. But
But not-
Not both.
Well, I tell
That's
the kids, no matter what we do, just keep it related to. Don't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You know what I mean? You can do all kind. I know, I got friends, man. They do all kind. They get all kind different things. You just stick with the gift that God gave you, and see how you can capitalize on that in that sense. You know what I mean? Like take it to another level. What you gonna do with your music? What do you want out of the music? You want to teach another generation. You want to, you know what I mean? You want to keep, that's how your legacy lives on. You know what I mean? Is if you pass it on. You know what I mean? And not just keep it for yourself. You're gonna die with that stuff, and then it's like, oh, but can you imagine all the kids, later on when they get older and it was like, brah, I remember when I was a kid, I learned at the Capena School of Music and it's like, it's that. I think that's a great idea that Kalena had to,
Yeah, how many people? You were talking about one of your teachers earlier,
right?
And
they stay with you for life. That's the ones that really impact and change. It can change the course of your whole, your whole walk in your life.
Yeah, this is one of the prettiest ukes I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
in my hands. So gorgeous.
This is my Kanilea. Thank you to Kanilea, Joe Souza, Kristen, and the boys. Yo Kepa, and
You've been playing them for a while too.
I have.
I remember you were a
Kaimana.
G-string player for quite a while.
Yes, Derek Shimizu. He was Kamiki High School.
Oh,
He's
for
my
real?
classmate. Yeah, Kamiki High School. So we had the deal back in the day with Hawaiian Style. Yeah, Hawaiian Style clothing.
Oh.
And Marshall Muramoto them, and Derek was in with them making their stuff, and so I
Where
was
he's
playing his
looking for
ukulele
his
for
G-string.
for
I don't
a
know.
while.
Yeah, I
Oh.
still have.
You got yours on.
Yeah.
Oh, you got one G string. I got one too.
Mine is like kind of beat up.
Mine is boss too, Rakari.
My dad, he used to work at UPS, and on his route was Derek's.
Right,
Uncle
up in
Derek's stuff.
Halava.
Yeah. And then
Crazy.
That's when I was getting into ukulele, maybe like 5th grade.
Wow.
And then my grandma and my dad pitched in. And
No
got
way.
it
Oh,
custom.
that's so cool.
I still have it, and sounds
Yeah. That's so cool. Yeah, so Joe's son, Kahiao, he's coming to be on pretty good builder too. So I think Kahiao was kind of in charge of building this one. So
He has really good ideas. on
yeah, he
design and
does.
stuff. He has
He
good
does.
taste.
And then they tell me about the bracing and stuff. I'm not too the kind, but it's different out there, bracing and stuff. It's really, really cool. Love the wood. Oh, and then Joe told me that this was his personal stash kind wood.
He has like his.
He has his personal reserve,
special use, yeah.
And he said, Kelly boy, I'm giving you the special reserve. I'm like, yes, Joe,
That's
thank
beautiful. That's
you. So blingy,
yeah.
yeah.
Defined, like
Crazy, yeah.
That is
coal
nice.
that I've seen.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Unreal. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me. This is
Oh,
Andrew's guitar. So Noah built it. For,
okay.
I think one of their wedding anniversaries.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew's wife Jen
Oh, okay.
bought it, and I think Noah kind of had like his stash of
Wow.
like
Yeah,
skull
yeah,
wood,
yeah.
too, so
Right. These builders, they get their own kind,
Yeah.
stash them out.
the secret like Brazilian rosewood and
I
stuff.
know.
All the rare illegal stuff.
Yeah.
Cuban
Right.
mahogany.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I always loved like Coco Bolo too. The Coco
Yeah.
Bolo wood. So this is what this is, but I've seen like more blingier kind of like Coco Bolo, like
Yeah.
really. I've seen guitars and stuff like that.
Yeah, because even on the faceplate down there.
Yeah, the faceplate is
too.
yeah.
Beautiful.
It's kind of red,
color
reddish
too,
color.
like that
Yeah.
deep red.
But you know what I've always loved too is the Purple Heart too. Yeah,
Purple Heart sounds good too.
it does. Yeah.
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 I never did have on Purple Heart ukulele though. I mean, do they make like on full body?
Yeah,
they do.
Back and sides, because it's kind of like a rosewood
Oh
intensity.
snap! Okay,
So it'll sound
kinda-
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really?
It's kind of a heavy.
It's a harder wood. It's a hard
really
wood tool.
hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the
Oh,
hardest
okay.
ones out there. I think more towards ebony.
Yeah, like ebony, rosewood, coco
Yeah.
bolo. They're
What is your choice of your preference of choice?
for traveling purposes, it seems like rosewood is more stable, so it never cracks. I've never
Yeah.
had one, give
Oh
me
yeah,
issues
you
with
beat
it.
up that uke too. So.
Oh yeah. So you go from like moist like humidity to like very dry.
Right,
so
right.
Spruce and rosewood is usually my go-to combo because it's just reliable.
Yeah.
And, it sounds really tight in the beginning, but if you give it time, it ages better to me
Wow.
than some of the other choices out
Right.
there.
I have a Taylor guitar, a 814. It's plenty years old, man, over 20. But it seems like that guitar, the older the thing sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What kind of wood?
It's
With rosewood.
it's
back in
rosewood.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably like really deep and full.
Yeah,
sounding,
it's
Yeah.
really full sounding, man. And then I bought like one, because I had to go refret it, so the thing was gonna be gone for like a few months, because I had to send them back to Taylor. They was gonna cover them under the warranty.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so
Refretting usually isn't a warranty thing. That
oh,
must have been
well,
for you.
whatever it was, I forget what it was. Yeah, I think I might have paid, but I remember sending it back for something because they fixed something, and then I sent it back, and it was still under warranty. So but anyway, it got refretted. I don't know what the deal was, but so I bought the Builder's Edition, Taylor, and that thing is expensive, bro. That Builder's
Was
Edition.
it like $8,000?
And that's on five. I paid $5 for them. I got on discount from
Oh, that's a good price.
True and Friend, yeah. But then I have that, bro. I don't like them. I don't like the sound of it compared to my 814.
Oh.
And an 814 is like 20 years old, bro. That thing sounds way better.
Oh, yeah, you kind of beat the
Oh,
age
bro, it's
of the
like
instrument,
wow,
yeah.
that thing sounds so warm and so fat, big, like you said.
It's
you know?
interesting because Taylor recently said that they're going to start torrefying all of their tops to sort of simulate that aging process.
Really?
So that new stuff.
What is torrefying?
It's like it's like basically cooking the wood
snap.
a little
Wow.
bit. Yeah.
It's like slow roasting.
Wow.
Yeah, in an oxygen-free
Oh
environment.
my
And
gosh.
so
To speed up the process.
yeah,
huh?
it simulates that aging because I mean it's still not going to fully. There's nothing like a 20-year-old guitar that's been
Right.
played a bunch. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you just can't get there without.
This is about 20 years old too. 20 years
That
old,
is that is 20 years old. Yeah.
Wow. Sounds good though.
Yeah, it's like my.
It's kind of like our business this month turned 20 years old. There's
Right.
some things that are you just nobody's gonna open up with the sort of knowledge that we have now. I don't know.
No, for real. Yeah. Everybody got their own their own secrets and their own stash.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah,
it.
man. But that is a beautiful Kalei,
Yeah.
man.
I think it sounds amazing too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a little more
really
thinner
does.
than my other one. My other one is about like that. It sounded more but like he said it right when he first played it. He was like, this thing sounds punchy, and that's exactly what I said when I first played it. It's like because it's on smaller body. Yeah, it's like I got this Pepe Romero from Kavika Kahiapo.
Oh yeah.
Kavika gave me one. It's a small
Wow.
body Pepe with the regular size neck, and then I put the Element pickup because that's what he has inside there. I mean, you hear him play that thing. That thing sounds. I played that at the Halikulani, and it's nylon too, so it's a little bit more the steel strings kind of because I'm a ukulele player, kind of hard on the fingers for me. So I like playing that. Although I did play the Taylor for many years, I had no problems. But now I like kind of playing that, and that thing sounds with that pickup in it.
Yeah.
The Element, the LR bags.
Those are good.
The thing sounds. You talk about punchy, man. That thing sounds really tight and so nice sounding. But
Instruments. It's fun.
instruments, I know.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
that's This is the podcast to talk geek out on that stuff.
Can never have too many ukuleles and
guitars.
Right.
The Hawaiian community, the ukulele community worldwide, we're all blessed to have you. And grateful for
I'm blessed too,
that
because you know
doing.
what, bro? I look at these guys and I think to myself, bro, the future is bright. You know what I mean? Like these guys carrying on, you know. Kalei, he was a little boy and I judged him at his first like ukulele contest, you know.
Oh yeah? How did he do?
Oh, bro, he smashed it.
Yeah.
He won. Yeah, he won, right, Kalei?
I won, and I
He
wasn't
won,
expecting
yeah.
to because I played the song twice, and so basically I went twice overtime.
Oh.
Like, I was
Two
supposed to be
times is better than one.
disqualified. I should have been disqualified.
No way. Bro,
But
I saw
then-
the potential
oh my
in this
gosh,
guy,
yeah.
bro. I was like, oh, high scores for this guy. Hundreds all the way.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I was so nervous, and then when I found out that you guys were the whole Capena band was judging,
Right.
and you were gonna be there, that made me even more nervous because I got on stage. I literally had to just pretend I was in a room by myself because then when I look up,
Yeah.
and you guys are staring at me with the papers, I'm like, I wasn't even playing for like a year at that time.
Right.
I
Right. You were
remember the
just, he was a
song,
little,
too.
he was a little boy.
And Kalei's,
Can't even
he's
touch
kind of shy too, you know.
I know.
I mean, he's
I'm
only,
naturally like that.
yeah.
But bro, I've seen him grow over the years,
Yeah.
and then Corey, man, I'm so blessed to be like playing with him tonight, because you know I watch him accompany Kalei all the time, and then he takes off on his guitar licks, and even when he plays ukulele, bro, I'm like, wow,
Not too bad. Huh?
skills, you know.
Yeah.
So-
learn from the greatest.
Yeah.
You know,
You know-
other people growing up. And
that is high praise coming out.
Oh, it is, bro. I watch it. You know, I mean, my favorite ukulele player is Imua. I love Imua.
It was.
I mean, I love Jake. You
amazing.
know, I mean, Jake is a dear friend, and Jake actually recorded that song Kalenaku with me on the new album too. And he did Kalenaku, and he you know, Jake does it. It just Imua, bro. And I tell Imua right straight to his face. I said, brother, you're my favorite ukulele player, bro. This guy does things with that. I don't know what the heck he's doing,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I appreciate the talent, and you know, yeah, you guys are all-
You're one of them, man. You're
Yeah,
definitely one of the
Yes,
greats. So
It's just I don't you know, in studio and stuff when I record, I cannot play the same thing again. You know, I cannot duplicate myself because it's not one.
That's how these guys kind of are too.
You know, I cannot. You know, it's like that's what I feel. That's what I'm feeling in the moment. You know what I mean? You know, and I cannot ever repeat it. You know, and my son, play that line again, Dad. You know, right in this section. I'm like, I cannot. I try. You know, now I'm trying to copy what I did. You know what I mean? And I cannot. That's not my style. So I've never been somebody that's. You know, I've never been. We don't make a set list, you know, Capena, all of these years, we don't make one set list.
Oh, wow.
Like, I go in on stage and I go and play what I'm feeling and what the crowd plays, you know, and that's how I kind of run, you know.
It should be like that.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I like it, you know. A lot of these guys, you know, they're playing with tracks and stuff like that now, you know, and in-ear monitors. I like the in-ear monitors, but, you know, the tracks and stuff like that. I mean, every time I see you, that means I'm going to hear the song the same. You know, for me, it's like, throw in another, like what we did just now. That's how Capena is, you know, like, take one Kalei, take one car, you know, it's like, go for it, you know what I mean? And, you know, so that's kind of how our band is. And that's how I've always the kind. So I've never really, you know, structured it and stuff like that in the sense of, you know.
I like that.
Yeah.
That to me is more real.
Yeah.
You're feeling it. You're going by
lifetime, you know, lifetime and from the heart. And you know, so your audience is what you play off of, right? So that really has a lot of determines how the outcome is gonna be. You know, but
that makes it more special too.
Yeah,
You kind of feel it out.
It does.
Think about what this what you're feeling at the moment.
But everybody got their own, you know, style and you know, their own, you know, their own part in this whole musical journey, you know what I mean? So that's glad to be a part of it, you know.
I mean, you've been an integral part of it, and it's amazing to see you guys going so strong still. And the full family.
We're having fun. That's the main thing, you know.
Let's see what the grandkids come up with. It's like You guys, you think you could do one more song on the way?
Let's do it. What should we do, Kalei?
Oh, anything up to you.
What do you
I'll
think?
go.
It's like I feel really young again because I grew up a lot.
Okay.
My dad used to listen to Capena a lot.
Oh,
Like,
no. Okay,
a lot
we're
of
good.
the songs I play.
Let's do
first
Never Gonna
songs.
Give You Up then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shoot. G.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your papa say, girl. You promised me you never leave me. I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your papa say, girl. You promised me you never leave me. We dated through high school. We had made promises to love each other. I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your papa say, girl. 'Cause you promised me you never leave me. I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your papa say, girl. You promised me you never leave me. If you love somebody new, it would make me sad. But what can I do? Love is like the wind, it come and go. You are my true love, and I never let go. I'm never gonna give you up, matter what your papa say, girl. You promised me you never leave me. Never gonna give you up, matter what your papa say, girl. 'Cause you promised me you never. So me went to a town called gambling. There said a little girl called Pauline. You never let me turn around. You never let me. Had a small dress cat all eye. She had a pretty dress cat all eye. You better go outside to cry out because your pretty dress. Kalei, take one more boy. I like it, Kalei. If you love somebody new, it would make me sad. But what can I do? Love is like the wind, it come and go. You are my true love, and I never let go. 'Cause I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your papa say, girl. 'Cause you promised me you never gonna give you up, no matter what your papa say, girl. You promised me you never.
Take one, brother Corey. Yeah.
If you love somebody new, yeah, it would make me sad. What would Corey and Kalei do? Love is like the wind, it come and go. You are my true love, and brother Andrew, he know we're never gonna give you up. Matter what your papa say, girl, you promised me you never gonna give you up. Matter what your papa say, girl, you promised me you never leave me.
awesome. Yeah. All right.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Kelly Boy
boys.
Delima.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you, Uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a core memory right there.
Oh, right on.
That's the highlight of the year so far.
It's only 9 days in. Oh, 12 days in. Sorry, Kalei.
Yeah.
What is it? 13? All right. Right on.
So many mahalos, Kelly
Thank
Boy
you for having me.
Delima.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you for,
Thank you, Kari,
for
Kalei.
everything.
Love you guys,
Thank
man.
you guys, and
Mahalo, everybody.
keep
All
in
right.
touch. We
Yes.
love you. We'll see you soon.
Love you guys too. God bless.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta clap for